Hey everyone, welcome back to another exciting episode of Attacker Protections. Today I, Bancroft, are being joined by Jimmy, Jake, and Nick today as we go over their duel at our previous locals.
Howdy.
Hello.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
And like always, before we get into the official duel, click those buttons because people have fetishes and we know you do too. And with that being said, this is a Clash Coup versus Cooler. If you're not familiar with these decks yet, Nick's Clash Coup, and he'll get more into it in a second, is kind of like a hand destruction deck where Cooler...
What do you mean, kinda?
Okay, it is. And where Cooler is, well, if you don't know the Cooler leader, it's a mill deck. So guys, take it away.
I'm going to start off by saying my sleeves are actually transparent, so I guess I auto lose.
Oh, really? I didn't notice at all.
Yeah. So.
This is
So
a new
that's
rule
it.
that I
End of
just
the
learned about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what, Nick? You're permanently banned now, not because you play hand control every week, but because your sleeves are transparent.
Yeah.
And even if you get new sleeves, you're still banned.
I bought them from the shop that I play at. Wow.
Wow, feels bad.
Then you're banned with an asterisk. You can show up and spend money there, but you can't play.
You can
Yeah, and I
show
can
up
take
and
off
you
the
can
new
play
cards.
and you can spend money,
But you're still
but
banned.
but you're still banned.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, as Bancroft was saying, this is a hand destruction variant of the deck. I really like it. It's one of my favorites. Just pure degeneracy. Just early hand destruction with crits so they don't get resources, and then on the awakened side, just hit them with big swings to get them down to nothing.
Yeah, and it's really potent when you get all of your engines running, you know?
Yeah, don't want to spoil it, but this match is a little one-sided till the end.
Yeah. It's one of the weirder games I've played against that Clash Coup as well.
Like, every game I played against this Clash Coup has come down to one thing, and that is him going, Prince Vegeta, drop a card. Bardock, drop a card. Prince Vegeta, drop a card. Pass turn. Okay, oops, Ribrianne. Like, that has been every matchup I've had with this deck, and I've never seen the deck not do that. And,
Yeah,
like, I was hearing the conversation from down the table, what in the hell is going on down there? Like, oh, Prince Vegeta, drop a card.
Yeah, there you go.
it's
like
the
you
super
knew.
combo. Tap one, the opponent drops a card. So really strong opening play, and it's great. One energy, they drop a card. If I play the Bardock Unison, I can KO it, get a second card out of their hand. So -2 on their end, which is perfect.
And for once, they didn't put this effect on a super rare in a draft box, you know? Like, it's an accessible effect that's necessary for a lot of these hand control decks.
Yeah,
Which I don't see that card ran in a lot of hand control decks, which is really confusing to me because you get the best of both worlds out of that super combo.
Yeah.
Like, of course,
Exactly.
you have to play it, but it's a one drop. Like, and it plays into this engine so well. And you're just watching, like, he has to +1. It's 2 energy +1 on just to make your opponent drop one. Now you have a 3 marker unison. Like, it's just such a valuable combo.
And
yeah.
that,
And then if
Oh.
some way I need it for an actual combo, it's a super combo. I get a draw off of it.
yeah, and this format, more so than others, one drops tend to hang out for a while, unless, of course, you're playing against green.
Mhm.
So you're pretty safe boarding that Prince Vegeta as soon as you see it.
Mm-hmm.
It just feels so bad to burn a counterplay or any sort of KO on a little weenie like that.
Yep.
And when you know there are bigger bodies in the deck, like, you've seen that Goku hit the field, you want to save your counterplays for that. Like,
But
it's just such a
But even
hard
still-
deck to wrap your head around.
And even
Yeah.
still, like, if they waste resources on it, I'm not sweating it because it was free anyway. So I'm as optimally playing as possible while the opponent's playing it suboptimally because they're either dropping cards from their hand or they're making the worst use of their cards.
And speaking of dropping cards from the hand, looks like last turn I did nothing but add cards to mine, just trying to recover from your early game hand pressure.
And this deck does so much for so little energy. Like, you've spent a total of what, like 3, 4, 5 energy, and you have done this much damage to your opponent's hand. Like, it is absurd. And you put 2 critical attackers out, and then you have a unison set up for your counter plays and your dormants. Like, it's just so energy efficient for what it wants to do.
You have
And
2 crit battle cards, combo killing potential, ammunition for your unison. Just a great board position.
And
yeah,
I
'cause that's what
always
just happened. You were trying to combo that super combo, but the Bardock stopped it, so you weren't able to rival your cooler, which is probably what you were going to do from that, right?
Yep. And I totally forgot that, like, even though I get to restand my energy, I can't arrive after that Bardock has removed my combo piece.
that is so easy to forget on that Bardock, is that it hurts counters or hurts combos.
Yeah.
And it essentially makes you combo an extra card every single combo step, because one is going to be getting thrown away with Bardock. And in a rival deck like Cooler, where you want to put your 5-drop coolers on field as quickly as possible to clear those weenies out, so you don't get to +1 on your leader or on your unison. Like that's just brutal.
If
Yeah,
correct,
it's
you can
effectively
still
another
plus
form of
one.
hand control.
Yeah, you can still +1, but not get the full effect.
Correct.
Yeah. And Jake, you actually surprised me with this deck when I played against you. I did play against you in the final round on this night. And what do you think about the Gogeta package within Cooler?
So I mainly wanted to include it to try it out and see if this version or the mono red version is better.
Mhm.
I haven't quite narrowed down a mono red list, but you and I talked about it after the game, and I think you're right. Mono red is probably the way to go if you're going to add the Gogeta package, but I didn't really feel like it hurt the deck at all, and it gave Cooler a lot of good inevitability that it didn't have before set 10 or set 11. I'm so behind on what set we're in now.
Yeah, 72.
Set
Yeah.
yeah. So set 71, the last set.
Yeah. Did we lose Jake?
No, I was just
There
saying
you go.
that's the set it came out in was
here's a
set
good thing,
71.
question though. Having the blue-red engine in there gives you the cooler, gives you the Mr. Hercule and Boo for those extra negs for like really
Yep.
low energy costs. If you were to take those out and go mono red, what options are open up to you? Like I don't know if you play it After Image. I don't think I've seen you play that once. Maybe you do, and I don't remember.
It's in the sideboard of this version of the list, and I boarded it in, I think, during the Rising Phoenix Odyssey event.
Okay.
But I think what I would do in the mono red version is go deeper into unisons and play perhaps one of the red unisons from Giant Force, and then include the Frieza Death's Embrace, or
Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik as we call it. And that would be a good sync for all of your extra red energy while you wait for your Gogeta pieces.
I really like the Gogeta package, and I felt like it added an extra dynamic to the deck that did not exist with its initial version. And it made me play differently, even though I was playing a very aggressive deck that wants to win on turn 3, and you can't even board a Gogeta until turn 3. I was playing very differently in response to seeing those Gogeta cards in the deck.
Now,
I think that's very strong for a deck like Cooler.
Now, I have a random question real quick. Now, I've played against Nick's Clash Coup before. I've noticed one thing when editing this up and going over it again. I'm not seeing one key card that you like to use a lot. Do you think that affected your gameplay, not seeing Ribian?
It did, but we talked about this at the end of the game. He was able to draw a lot and keep himself alive, and ultimately, I was able to stop him from playing any Gogeta package. Like, he only played one card this entire game, besides the next turn. So, I mean, I was able to keep him low, but yeah, Ribrian would have helped because it would have stopped him from comboing or extra options that he had.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I can now see Jake's hand. I couldn't see it beforehand, so I was really curious, like how low he actually was during this whole game.
Yeah, he was pretty healthy the whole time, but I was able to get rid of his big pieces, and the crits were able to stop his Gogeta package at all.
Yeah, I think you crit 3 or 4 key pieces during this game.
This is where I summoned the Unison, the Majin Vegeta Unison.
Which, looking back on it, would you have made this play again? I know you and I talked about it a little bit after the game.
Oh, no, it was clearly the mistake. I mean, in my hand, I think I had 2 Frieza counterplays and 2 Dormants. So what in my mind, I thought you were going to play something, then not a Unison. I thought you were going to play a battle card. I was going to pop it with Frieza and then Dormant, so I can stay alive for an extra turn, and then do the -5 and then rip your hand and swing again. But yeah, in hindsight, yeah, I should have just kept the Bardock on board for the combo power.
Yeah, it's just so oppressive. It was just really keeping me, like, even though I had a decent hand size, that Bardock was turning so many of the cards in my hand off. Maybe wrongly, but after that bad experience I had earlier in the game, I did not want to combo much of anything with that Bardock on the table. And you removing that Unison kind of opened the door for me a little bit.
Yeah, I think it was this stage of the game when I was down at the end of the table looking down, and I was like, what in the hell is going on in that matchup? I was like, Jake has cards in the hand and he's on turn 4. What the hell happened? I was like, Nick must have just like went like brain dead halfway through this match and just stopped playing. Like,
No, I just didn't play. I just couldn't play anything.
and now after watching what's going on, it makes a lot more sense of what actually happened during this game. And like,
Nick, you with us? He's getting knocked out and coming back in. I'm not sure he's actually here with us.
Yeah.
or not.
Hello.
oh,
There
no.
you are. All right.
Oh, there we go.
Hey.
I got so embarrassed on this next turn, I just decided to leave before.
Just drop out.
So here I really don't know what to do. I really am unsure if this is going to work. But I really don't have much else going on.
So you play the Unison, you give it double strike, and you swing.
Yep.
Combo
I
at
say, no
25, 30, and there's the fist bump.
Yep. I just went ahead and comboed out everything I had left. I didn't think I could survive another turn of pressure from the opposing leader and the opposing Unison, so
Yeah.
I felt like this was my only recourse, and it actually worked.
Which is one of the downsides of my deck is it really lacks draw power. So that's why I really have it's resource management on my own part too, because I really don't have much in my hand. I only have 2 cards in my hand by the end of the game. So it really comes down to that late game, how effectively I can play my cards.
Yeah, if I'm remember correctly, the front side is burst 2, drop 1, draw 2.
Yeah.
And then the back side is just a regular draw 1, right?
Yeah. Just straight draw 1.
Yeah, that's one reason that I've taken a step back from this leader, because I was very interested in this leader a while back, but losing that draw on the front side in return of getting double strike on the back side, it's really hard to determine when you need to be able to flip like that. And I think in this situation, you were kind of forced into an area where you had to flip.
Yeah.
Well, I would say in a normal game where your opponent plays cards, it's not a big deal to lose the draw on the back in this hand control style of deck. But I just didn't do anything all game.
Yeah, you were hitting me for single strikes most of the game, so I was taking 1 life, so I was getting an extra card every turn. And as you see, I have the Krillin that I laid down after this, which that helps me draw on them. I also run the Meta Cooler Unison, which helps me draw as well. So I get pretty good filter and stuff. It's just I didn't see any of my draw power for the game, so I had to play with what I had.
I'm a huge fan of that Metacooler Unison. I try and jam it in any green deck that I'm running.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Like especially with this, because sometimes I need the extra pressure, and then just -4, submit a bunch of tokens, and just swing, swing, swing.
Well, with that being said, Nick, thank you for joining us. Jake, you too. Jimmy, you know what? You're always here, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, you still thank me.
No, I'm okay on that one. But what I will say is, you got any last words for the people out there?
Me?
Yeah, of course you. We start with you first, then we go to everyone else.
Bro, I don't know, man.
Does it burn when you pee?
No, it doesn't burn when I pee. But if it burns when you pee, it might be the clap. And also, Nick, thanks for joining us. This is probably the last time I'll ever talk to you because you're banned from the shop.
I don't like this meme. This meme feels hurtful, you guys.
I just don't want to play against Hand Control anymore, bro. I'm so done with it.
I heard there's going to be 3 Hand Control decks next week, so...
Yeah, that's why I'm going to Miami.
Well, like my strategy is I'm going to bring a pack of just playing cards, and then play Hand Control, and then play Solitaire at the same time, just so I can actually play a little bit more too. So.
Oh, that works. Nick, any last words?
Well, green's really good, and I'm going to be one of those degenerates that playing Hand Control next week. So if I'm on stream, you get to see that awesome degeneracy that Jimmy hates.
Awesome. Jake?
If you want to win, you have to practice, and if you want to win, sometimes don't play any cards, I guess.
Sure, that works. And I know there's someone hiding in the shadows who will say something in about 3 seconds.
Oh my god, I'm here. Read your cards, know your plays. Like always, fluff out.